I've got on the grill. I hope you guys... Okay, my phone's giving me problems. Hi, guys. I'm sweaty. I've been outside in the heat, helping my husband and getting dinner started. I hope you guys have had a great day. My phone is giving me some kind of internet issues. Be patient with me. I want to talk to you just a couple of minutes about keto and answer the common question I get that I have been getting this week. And that is keto hard? Is keto hard for you? Like it is for me, is what people say. Hang on just one second, guys. Let me run this out to my husband. I'll be right back. Give me some patience here. I just hit play or record. My husband said he needs me. Give me 1 second. Here I come. He's working hard, guys. He's over here sweating to death. Replanted these trees. They were up in this grass. We moved them out since we moved our yard backwards. Love you, kiddo.
What's up? Let's get you another strap and a long way.
All right, guys. Thank you, baby.
It's not that
Okay, so anyway, a common question I get that I actually got this week a couple of times is this: is keto hard? Keto to me is 100% not necessarily hard. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get started with keto, but it is not hard. I think it all depends on the way you look at it. But as far as cooking, let me just ask you a question. Does this look hard? Chicken legs, flip it, put some barbecue sauce on it. Does this look hard to you guys? I do not think keto is hard. I think a lot of people look at it the incorrect way. I think a lot of people put a lot of complication into it. I think a lot of people feel like they have to change their entire life to become keto, and that's not true. I think there are a lot of misconceptions about keto that steer people away. So I'm putting some barbecue sauce on my chicken legs. Guys, how easy is this? When I do keto, I always recommend easy, simple, clean keto. Does that mean you have to eat clean 100% of the time? No, but it is the best thing for your health, and the best results that you'll get is easy, clean, simple keto. And with that, we're just talking about lean meats and good veggies. And what does almost every dietitian tell you when you go to talk to somebody? If they tell you need to lose weight for your health, what do they tell you? They say to eat a balanced meal, right? And some doctors will tell you to eat, a balanced diet of lean meats, veggies, and grains, and pastas and things like that. With keto, we tell you the same thing minus the carbs. So instead of worrying about grains and I'm trying to look at my barbecue. Instead of worrying about adding the balance of grains and carbs, we say balance your fats, lean meats, and veggies. So there's not a whole lot of difference. I know I'm sweating like a pig, y'all. It's hot outside. This ain't easy. I mean, it ain't hard cooking keto, but it is hot when you're outside. So let me go in the house a second. Let me set my timer. Hang on 1 second. Set a timer for 9 minutes. All right, we're gonna go in the house a second so I can talk to you without sweating to death. The awesome thing about grilling outside is I can grill and walk. So I've already been cooking those chicken legs for about 20 minutes. So I think I've already made my 10,000 goal step. But I do want to talk to you just a second. Lord have mercy, my face. I'm looking at my face now. It's really greasy. It is hot out there. So I want to talk to you just a couple of minutes if you guys will humor me, because I really do want to talk about the simplicity of keto. And if any of you guys need information on getting started keto, please put it getting started in the comments. And I'm going to send you some simple tips that I share with all of my friends. Gosh. About getting started with keto and not creating tons of extra time and stress, okay? So there are a lot of misconceptions of keto. Again, I went over some of those. I'm going to tell you again. A lot of people feel like they have to change their entire life. That is not true. You can change pieces of things at a time. You're not changing your entire life, and you are really not, I'm trying to think of the word. You're not really punishing yourself when you go keto. You definitely are not necessarily depriving yourself. It's all about how you look. It's all about how you look at it and what your goal is. If you're just wanting to lose 10, 20 pounds, keto probably is not even for you. If you want to lose weight and change the way you sleep, change the way you feel, change your energy levels, change your joint pain, change the way your confidence levels, then keto or even low carb is for you. It's not just about losing those 20 pounds. I have friends that have lost 100 pounds. I've had friends that's lost 60 to 70, 80 pounds. I've had a lot of people lose 20 pounds and they're very happy that's what they wanted. But the reason they changed to keto instead of a low fat or any other kind of diet out there is because they wanted a life change. They wanted their health to be better, not just a scale to change. So again, if you need information on getting started, just some simple tips on getting started, put getting started in the comments and I'm going to send you information. If I've sent it to you before, nothing's changed, okay? Nothing will change. This is simple step-by-step things to do to get started, and it's not complicated. I always recommend when you go keto or consider low carb, I'm always going to recommend to you guys to consider simple, clean keto. And there are different types of keto. There's dirty keto, there's clean keto, there's let's say dirty keto, clean keto. I'm trying to think of the other one. My mind's losing me. Dirty keto, clean keto, lazy keto. I don't like the word lazy keto, but there are 3 different types of keto. There's also carnivore keto. But to me, I always recommend that you really consider a good, simple, clean keto, because clean foods is what makes you feel the best. They're definitely going to create a better, faster goal, okay, if you eat clean keto. That doesn't mean that you can't ever eat processed stuff. It's just I don't recommend that you do that often. But all of us live a different lifestyle. Some of us are very, very busy like me. Some of us are soccer moms. You know, you're at the ball field every single night. How are you going to cook if you're at the ball field every single night? So all of us are different, okay? So we have to fit in what fits for us. Get in where you fit in. And some of us fit better in a lazier, processed food keto diet, and that's okay. And if that's you, then I want to help you just as well as anybody else, okay? My goal is to help as many people as possible reach their desired goals, okay? And the goal is better health. So really quickly, when I say clean keto, simple. Guys, you look for a lean meat, a chicken, a pork chop, a turkey, a fish, you know, whatever your lean meat's going to be. It doesn't need to be 90% fat, okay? Whatever your lean meat's going to be. Pick a good veggie, a low-carb veggie, green beans, spinach, asparagus. I mean, there's so many, okay? Pick a vegetable you love, Brussels sprouts. I mean, there's so many vegetables that are delicious. Cabbage. Pick out that vegetable, pick out your lean meat, and then let's cook it keto. And when you cook it keto, all that means, the difference between a low-fat diet and a keto diet is that when we cook our veggies and we cook our lean meat, we are adding keto style, which means healthy fats. We're going to cook those vegetables in a healthy fat like butter, real butter, not margarine, not stuff that's made up. We're going to use avocado oil, olive oil. We're going to get away from like the vegetable oils and all the stuff that is made up. We're going to go ahead and use, heavy cream and things that will help fatten our vegetables up and make them taste amazing. Okay, that's the thing. Our food, keto, tastes amazing. It's not a bland, low-fat diet that everything tastes like cardboard and you have to take out everything, because what is low-fat? Very little. But with keto, it's like fat-free. It may taste okay, those Jell-O fat-free things, but look at the carb counts on it. Look at the sugar in it. It may be low-fat, and that may be a little bit of tasty on a low-fat diet, but most people who follow a low-fat diet are just eating very minimal, the same grilled chicken every single night, salads every single night. And with keto, we get to actually indulge in delicious tasting foods. So keeping it really simple is very important, because not only are you going to get started easier, but you're going to be able to maintain. It's really hard to maintain a lifestyle change when you have to change everything. Okay, and with keto, the main things we change are just sugar. We want to eliminate sugar. Now, does that mean you can never have sugar? No. Look at something my husband bought me. Y'all are going to die. Ricky went to Walmart yesterday. We got in a little tiff. You know, spouses do that sometimes. We got in a little tiff, and he's like, no, I got to make this up. I got to do something nice for my wife. So you know what he did? He went to Walmart, and not only did he buy one of my favorite keto ice creams, he bought a whole darn bag. He has like 6 or 7 keto ice creams for me, and I looked at him yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I love you so much, but don't reward me with food. You know, my life has changed. Don't reward me with food. But you know what he did? He thought about me, and even though he wanted to do something sweet and special for me, he did it keto, right? So there are so many treats out there you can have. Now, I recommend, listen guys, I recommend that when you have those keto treats, you actually fix them yourself, because you know what goes into them. It's not hard to make keto treats. If you need a keto treat, put treat. I will give you one of my favorite recipes. Put treat in there. I will give you one of my favorite recipes. But you can make your own keto treats, and they're easy and delicious. But look at this. There are also things for us fast girls that are on the road all the time, that are busy, that don't want to be in the kitchen all night long. I don't want to cook dinner and cook a sweet treat, right? So look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It is Halo ice cream. And my husband surprised me with like 6 of these. It's the chocolate caramel lava cake. Guys, oh my Lord. Now there are 7 net carbs in this thing for this whole entire thing. But let me show you this. There's 507 calories. Oh my gosh. Guess what, guys? I just lied to you. Oh, I will not be eating this anytime soon. So this one is 7 net carbs. What's this per pint? Okay, never mind. Look, I almost freaked out. You gotta forgive me a minute. I almost freaked out because I ate one of these last weekend. I was like, oh my God. I thought for a second I ate 21 carbs and I would have died. So if we look at this, it's 7 net carbs for the entire pint. And if you look at this, it says there's 3 servings in this container. So there's 3 servings, but the total container is 570 calories. So you don't have to eat this whole thing in one sitting. There's 16 grams in 3 servings, right? There's 3 servings. But look, let me show you this. This is the one thing that I have mixed feelings about. So the carb count total per container, here you go, per container column is 53 grams. That sounds crazy, right? There's 18 fiber, so we know we subtract the fiber from the carbs. All right, and then there are 28 sugar alcohols. Now, what is one of the advice I give you guys constantly? And I need to heed to my own advice. If you guys remember, go ahead and put it in the comments, but I'm going to tell you just in case you don't. You can look at this column right here. Total carbs, 53. Total fibers, 18. Subtract that for your carb counts. And then you see this sugar alcohol. It says there's 28 sugar alcohols. Now, keto keto specialists tell us to subtract fiber and sugar alcohols to get this 7 net carbs per container. So this is essentially 7 net carbs, but guys, 28 of the 53 carbs in here are sugar alcohols. That just cannot be good. I love my processed packaged treats every once in a while, but when I give advice on counting your net carbs, I always recommend that you only subtract half the sugar alcohols instead of the whole. And the reason I do that is I want us to really think about what we're putting in our bodies, because there are ingredients in there that will cause inflammation, that will make you hungry, right? And the whole purpose of keto is to lose that craving of food. But some of the things we eat that are keto friendly do spark those hungers. So we don't want that to happen. Let me show you guys what I'm doing over here. I got to turn my oven on, turn my warmer on. So last night my son came over for dinner. I love him to death. He came over for dinner. Love my baby girl too. I got the best kids ever. But he came over for dinner and he asked for green beans. And then today at work he said, "What are you cooking tonight?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to grill some chicken legs." And he said, "That sounds good. Can you do some green beans?" So that's what we're doing. We're doing green beans. This is keto, guys. Super simple. It's just fresh green beans on a cooking sheet with avocado oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. I roasted them in the oven. I'm moving them up here. Hang on just one second. I roasted them in the oven on 350, and we cooked them for what? About 20 minutes. I'm putting them in my warmer now because we're not done grilling. And super simple. We have our meat, which is a chicken leg with G. Hughes barbecue sauce. And tonight we're trying a new one. I'm using this one, sweet and spicy G. Hughes sugar-free sauce. This one, if we're looking at carb counts, again, let's check this out. I'm trying to teach you guys. We have 2 tablespoons as a serving. So there's 2 tablespoons. There's 17 total. So this is not the entire container. For 2 tablespoons, there's 2 carbs. There is no fiber. There's nothing to subtract. So there's 2 carbs and 2 tablespoons. So that's 1 tablespoon of carb. Guys, that's good. So that's what we're using. I got to take these tongs out there and flip over my chicken legs. I want to see if you guys have any questions for me. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm fixing to look and see if you have any questions specific to keto. If you need help getting started, put getting started in the comments, and I'm going to send you some simple getting started tips and advice that I give my friends and my family who want to change their lifestyle, okay? And it's not throw away everything in your house. Some of us need to do that. Sometimes I need to do that, but not everyone has that same personality. So don't think you have to go 1,000% in on day one. Do it step by step, and there are some steps. So I will send those to you guys. Again, I always tell my friends, make sure you have a partner, someone you can talk to, whether that be me or anybody who can say, hey, it's okay, keep going. Every day's not perfect. You're not perfect. Keep going. It doesn't matter if the scale moved this week. Stay off the damn scales. I tell all my friends, stay off the scales. Good Lord. Don't be addicted to the scales. We're trying to change our addiction to food, right? So you got to change that addiction to scales too, because scales do not tell you your health. They don't. They do not tell you your health. They just tell you that you're 153 today. Okay? They do not tell you that your cholesterol is good. They don't tell you that you're breathing good. They don't tell you you're sleeping good. They don't tell you that you're in a size 6 clothes. Okay? Who cares what the scales say? So get off the darn scales and let's keep going. Be motivated. So have you a partner that can help you talk through those things, because we all go through those things, including myself. When I get on those scales, I usually just get mad. It's been a long time since I've got on a scale and actually felt happy. But I am a happy person and I feel amazing. So why do I care what the scales say, right? So that's why I give that advice. Stay off the scales. All right, hang on a second. My hands are dirty. I got to open the door. Y'all coming in? Come on. All right, guys. I'm going to look and see if you have any questions. I know I'm rambling tonight, but I do want to make sure that I'm making sense and answering questions. I got to wash my hands. Give me one more second. Oh, Lord, it's hot. Dang, I forgot to put barbecue sauce. Yeah. No. I went out there and flipped my chicken and forgot to put barbecue sauce on them. Back out in the heat we go. I had to wash my hands. I'm going back to the front of the comments to see if you guys have any questions for me. This is the time for you to ask questions. So if you have any, put them in the comments. I'm going to read back through just to make sure I answer any questions. And any of you who put getting started in the comments, I'm going to send you my step-by-step in getting started. It's not difficult. You may look at it and say, well, what in the world? This is it. But yes, it's that easy. I want you to see that it's that easy. So if you need that information, go ahead. We're putting our G. Hughes sweet and spicy barbecue sauce on our chicken leg. Everybody asks me why I'm bending over. I got a cool little grilling station, and I mean everything under, I put my barbecue sauce under there and it keeps it tight. Actually one night I forgot my leftover barbecue sauce under there, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have like a million ants and spiders and snakes and everything in there. I opened up the next morning, it was tight as a tick. Nothing got in there. So I left my little grilling station. I'm gonna put this on here. I'm supposed to read those comments real quick. So guys, for my haters out there, I do have haters, believe it or not. I guess when you put yourself out in the public, you got to expect haters. To my haters out there, yes, I talk too much. And yes, I like to help my friends. So if this is not what you need, then that's okay, because we all need something different. And I don't hate you. So it's okay if you don't want to watch my page, but please don't post ugly stuff on my page. There's no reason to do that. This is not a place for negativity. This page was created to encourage people and to be positive. So just don't be ugly to me. I don't care if you watch me or not. I'm here to help people. So if you don't need me for that, then just move along. Gotta say that. I've been getting a lot of ugly messages. I'm like, Lord, what's wrong with people? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to the comments. Okay, I'm hot again now. All right, Kay says she's been doing keto for a month now. And is it too soon to have keto drinks? It is never too soon to have keto drinks. And what Kay is talking about, guys, is the keto nat drinks. They're amazing. I love them. You are not required to have them for success. You can be success focusing on food alone, but anyone who sends me that or asks for that getting started information will get information on those drinks as well. Again, you do not have to have them. But yes, Kay, anytime you get ready, just let me know and I'll be glad to send you information on how to get started with the drinks. I see a lot of people asking for the getting started information. It is so hot out there, y'all. Brenda says she doesn't get keto. So Brenda, I would love to send you some information if you're interested in learning. It really is just watching your carb counts. So to give you guys a little bit of information, because that is a great statement, thank you so much, because I do want to elaborate a little bit. Keto is the diet keto is known for, it's called keto because if you lower your carb counts, food-wise, if you lower your carb counts low enough, your body will burn through the sugar. Okay, so everybody is one of two people. Every person is one of two people. You either are a sugar burner, which means the food you eat has carbs and sugar, and those carbs and sugar are broken down into fuel or energy, and your body runs on that energy. So your body runs on sugar and carbs. That is the standard American diet, and most people run on carbs, okay? The opposite is someone who is keto. Keto ketosis, okay? If you lower your carb counts low enough in your food, so your diet, if you're following a keto diet and you lower your carb counts down, your body will burn through the sugars, because we all have carbs, right? Even keto has carbs. We try to limit it to 25 net carbs or less, but we have carbs. But our bodies burn through that so quickly, especially if you've been doing keto for a long time. Our bodies burn through that so fast, and as it burns through, we have to have energy, right? So your body actually breaks down fat cells. Yes, you are a fat burner. That's why I love it. So you're either a sugar burner or a fat burner. So once on the keto diet, once you do burn through the few carbs you've had, your body has to have energy. And to get that energy, it breaks down fat cells to create ketones, which your body uses as fuel. So you have to have fuel to live, right? You have to have fuel to breathe. You have to have fuel to process urine. Your kidneys have to have every piece of cell, every cell in your body has to have energy. So it either is going to get it from sugar and carbs, or it's going to get it from ketones. So I know it's rambling, but I hope that helps somebody. Barbara said, does it help cholesterol? I'm sorry. Are you saying cholesterol or cortisol? I'm sorry, Barbara. You'll have to tell me what you mean by that. I'm not sure if I understand it. Yes, I have diabetics who follow low carb or keto. A lot of people. Of course, if you're diabetic, especially type 1, always talk to your physician before you change anything. You're a type 1 diabetic that has to you have to have health, right? You have to have medications. Your body cannot run without it. So type 1 diabetics have to talk with their physicians. Type 2, always, if you trust your doctor, tell them what's going on. But I have a lot of people who are diabetic that follow keto diet and are doing amazing. Okay, now if you are diabetic, you may not have as fast a progress as other people, but don't compare yourself to others. You have a disease, okay? You have an illness that we have to work through, just like anybody else, but yours is diabetes, and insulin resistance does cause a little problems with our health and our diet. So you can be multiple ways of success as a diabetic. A lot of people, my mom included, are diabetic and follow a keto diet or low carb, whichever one is the best for them. We're all a little different. Sherry says, I've helped her and her hubby get started. Thank you so much. We're heading into 3 weeks now. Yay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Sherry. I love to help people, and I really appreciate the compliment, because I do this to help people. So knowing that it actually is working helps me want to keep going, okay? Denise says she loves that sauce. Yes, I love all of the Jihu sauces. There's not one that I have tasted that I don't like. Back from Hawaii, Sherry, I hope you had so much fun. The food was amazing. She loved the acai bowls. Got to get back on keto. That's all right, Sherry. You went to Hawaii, okay? I'm so excited for you, and I hope to see some pictures. So send us some pictures of all the good things you saw. Jessica says she needs to get started info to ease back into it. Yes, ma'am, I sure will do that. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking at, okay, Kay wants to know, is it okay to use the skinny syrups in your cold brew? I personally don't think it's horrible, but I wouldn't use it all the time. And the reason I say that, I have to give you backup as to why I say that. There is sucrose in it, and sucrose can spike your insulin levels, which make you crave food or need food or want food. That's the only reason. Now, if it doesn't bother you that way, then go ahead. It's not gonna hurt anything because it's very low carb or zero carb, but the ingredients sometimes are just as important as the carb counts. So make sure that's not spiking your insulin, which you will know because you'll be hungry. You shouldn't have a cold brew and need lunch right after. So if you're craving food, then that probably is your culprit. If you're keto and you've added skinny mixes into your diet. All right, I'm trying to read all these recipes. G Hughes comes from Walmart. I see people helping each other. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Sherry said, actually feels so much better with less carbs. I know, isn't it crazy? Look, people think I'm crazy because when I fast, I feel just as good, if not better, than I do when I eat. And people think I'm crazy, but it's because of the ketones. My body is creating those ketones for energy, and your body loves ketones. Your brain loves ketones. You know what, y'all? I don't know if I started my timer. Shoot, I didn't. Set a timer for 8 minutes. I know I've been talking for more than 2 minutes, but it is what it is.
Okay, 8 minutes and counting.
What's the difference between carb and net carb, Elizabeth? You can count just total carbs. You don't have to count net carbs, but most do because you actually feel like you're eating more. When you subtract the fiber and half the sugar alcohols to get that net carb count, a 20 carb meal could be actually 8 or 10. So if your total carb count for the day is 25, you feel like you're eating more when you do net, but you can do total carbs or net carbs. It's completely up to you. Most just do net. Diane wants to know if this helps fibromyalgia. The answer is yes, an astounding yes, because keto kills inflammation. Oh my goodness, inflammation overload is a big issue with fibromyalgia, and keto 100% kills inflammation. The food we eat causes so much inflammation, so you feel so much better. My aunt has fibromyalgia and she's been keto for 2 years now, and she has had so less flare-ups of her fibromyalgia since she's changed, and she feels so good. My aunt is 70 and her doctor says she's in the best health that she's ever been as far as he's concerned in the years that he's been treating her. So yes, fibromyalgia, this is a huge help for fibromyalgia. Let's see, what's the difference between low carb and keto? It's an awesome question, Melody. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I see there's lots of people still watching. If you have questions, put them in the comments. There is a difference between low carb and keto. The difference, twofold: more carbs. So keto is considered 25 net carbs or less a day, and the reason for that is so that we can burn through them and create ketones, right? The whole purpose of keto is to have ketones for fuel. When our body has ketones for fuel, then we are in ketosis, which correlates with the keto diet. Low carb is generally considered 50 to 150 carbs a day, and most people on low carb diets do not create ketones. And that's okay. You don't have to have ketones. Ketones are awesome for me. They make me feel amazing. I've never felt like this in my entire life. I feel amazing. But you can do a low carb diet, which is less restrictive, just as good a health. You just don't create ketones. Most people. Now, my husband, he's low carb and he's in ketosis all the dang time because the boy just exercises all the time. He never sits down. He moves. He's out there working in the yard now. So you can be low carb and still create ketones. It just depends on your lifestyle, how much you eat, and how much you move your body. So that's the big difference, honestly. Low carb is more carbs, 50 to 150 a day, where keto is 25 net or less a day. But keto diet creates ketones in most every person, where low carb does not. So it just depends on if you want to use ketones for your fuel source or sugar and carbs, honestly. And again, it's all about your lifestyle. We're all different, guys. So it is perfectly fine. I love low carb. I eat more keto myself. I love keto because I love ketones. But a lot of my friends do low carb only, and that's perfectly fine. Steve, I could not see that popcorn. You shouldn't even said nothing. But I can't see it, so you just snack away if you need to. I love my friends. I think I'm at the bottom of my comments. So guys, if you have questions, put them in the comments. If you don't, come back with some questions. I'm going to jump out here and see if I can get my husband some ice cold water because he is working himself to death back there in the backyard. And my son, he's back there as well. But really, the difference between low carb and keto are the ketones, unless you are a very active person with a very high metabolism. That's my husband. He can eat low carb. He can eat baked potatoes and still be in ketosis. It pisses me off so bad. Because I don't want a baked potato because it makes me feel bad. But if I ate a baked potato, I'd be out of ketosis for a few days. Most people would be out of ketosis for a few weeks. So it really depends on what your goals are and how you want to feel. For me, keto is the way, but I have a lot of friends who do low carb, and they're very successful, and I'm very proud and happy for them. Wanda says she fixed the baked cabbage. Yes, ma'am, it's delicious. Chantel says, thank you for the advice and encouragement. Guys, any other questions? I hope you're having a fantastic week. It has been a great week at work. It's been a great week at the house. We're getting ready for the weekend again. I'm so excited. We love the weekends these days because we just get to relax. We work hard during the week, and then on the weekends, we just try to chill as much as we can unless work calls. All right, so we are doing grilled chicken legs and green beans, some roasted green beans. They're so delicious, so easy. Simple keto tips. If you need information on getting started, put getting started in the comments. I'll send it to you. If you need information on the keto nat drinks, type nat in the comments. I'll send it to you. Like I said before, that is not a requirement for success. You can be totally successful without them. I just love them for me and my life and my crazy, crazy busy days. Kay says she's been serving all of my cooking videos. Saving. I thought you said you've been serving my keto food. Okay, so one other thing of advice I'm going to give you before I jumped off, since I just read that wrong, Kay. Make sure if you're starting out, please, this is advice because of my failure. I did this all wrong. When I started, I 100% told my husband that I'm going to do another diet. I was like, I'm going to do another diet. I know. I just need your support. I need your encouragement. You know, just bear with me. I'm going to do another diet. And, you know, his initial thoughts were, you don't need to go on no diet. You're beautiful. You know, blah, blah. He loves a thick girl. He's okay with that. He's okay with that. He'll tell you he loves a thick girl. He's like, don't go on a diet. Just, you're fine. You're beautiful. Be happy. And I'm like, it's easier said than done. You can tell people to be happy all day long, but if they don't feel good, they don't have energy, they don't have confidence, and their clothes are tight, they're not happy, okay? I'm not happy. I need to do something different. So when I told my husband I was going to do this diet, I started and I cooked my meals for my family. So I would cook the macaroni and cheese. I would cook the rice-a-roni. I would cook the pork stock chops, just like I'm cooking now. But I would cook the pork chops and I'd cook them all the side dishes. And then I'd have me a little plate on the side of a bunless burger or just the meat and some green beans. But I'd have my own plates. And they would have their own plates. And that is a mistake, guys. Please listen to me. It's a mistake because you cannot be successful long-term if you're cooking 2 meals. You just can't do it. And a lot of people just don't have the willpower to say that I'm only going to eat my green beans and I'm not going to touch that macaroni. Not all of us have that willpower. I can do it, but most of you will not be able to do that. So my advice is don't tell people that you're eating diet food. Your food is going to taste amazing. If you've already cooked some of my food, you know it tastes amazing. So don't tell your family you're going on a diet. Just cook. Just cook for them and watch them go, And if they say, why are we eating zucchini? Say, I just want to try something new. You know, I want to shake it up a little bit. We get tired of eating the same things, right? And I promise you, like my son, he is requesting green beans. He's requesting cabbage. My son used to only eat macaroni and cheese and baked potatoes. And my son asked for cabbage. I'm like, what is wrong with my kids? But they will change their taste buds and they'll change their habits too, as long as you do it the right way. It took 3 years. Guys, I've been keto for 3 years. It took 3 years for my son to ask for cabbage. So don't tell them you're going on a diet. Just cook. Just serve and watch their taste, watch their faces go, man, where'd you get that recipe? That sounds good. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions coming through. Angela says she got her cotton candy gnat. I was right. I told you, it's so good. It's not overpowering. It tastes like pink cotton candy to me. It's not very, very, very sweet because I can't stand sweet, sweet, sweet. Very good, Angela. I'm so glad you like it. All right, guys, if you're interested in the nat drinks, there's always some type of sale going on. Today we have a huge sale, but it's really only for somebody who already loves Keto Nat. It's not for a new person because you got to buy 6 boxes to get 40% off, but it is a huge savings. I saved like $370 something today when I ordered my 6 boxes. So if you're interested in the 40% off sale today, I'll be glad to tell you about it. But right now, I just want to talk to you about getting started. Simple ways to change your life and to be successful long term. 3 years, I'm very proud. This is the first time in my life that I felt this good and have maintained and feel freaking amazing. And I can still say I'm doing it. You know, so many times we make these lifestyle changes. We say we're going to go to the gym. We'll go to the gym for like 2 weeks. And then we give up, or we're too tired, or we're too busy. And then we feel like failures. Or we'll change to a low-fat diet or some kind of crazy off the wall. I'm going to do this egg diet. You know, eat eggs for like 5 weeks, and as soon as you quit eating eggs and you eat macaroni again, it all comes back, and again, you feel like a failure. This is the first time I can tell you that I feel freaking amazing, and I've maintained, and I'm still doing it. Because this is a diet, yes, but it is a lifestyle that truly is sustainable, that all of us can be successful on. All right, come on, puppy dogs, you go outside. Come on a little bit, May. I can't leave a little bit in here without a diaper. Come on a little bit. I'm gonna spank. Come on, buddy. You gotta go out. I know it's hot. Come on, get out. All right, guys, I go flip this meat so we can get our dinner on the table. I know these boys out here are working themselves to death. I hope you guys have an awesome night, and if I can help you with anything specific, personal to yourself, just go ahead and send me a message, and I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.